Imagine a day like any other. Birds are singing, children are playing. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Then, suddenly, it vanishes. The world plunges into darkness. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This is what would happen if our sun suddenly disappeared. Of course, the sun disappearing is impossible. It's a giant ball of burning gas, trillions of miles away. But thinking about it, even for a moment, helps us understand just how important the sun is to our existence. It's not just a source of light and warmth, it's the very reason we exist. This thought experiment isn't about fear-mongering. It's about appreciating the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. It's about marveling at the power of the star we often take for granted. So let's journey into the hypothetical and explore what would happen if our sun decided to take an extended vacation. The sun is a star, a giant nuclear reactor in space. It constantly fuses hydrogen atoms into helium, releasing an incredible amount of energy in the process. This energy travels to Earth as light and heat. It's what makes our planet habitable. Without the sun's energy, Earth would be a very different place. Our planet's temperature is regulated by the sun. It drives our weather patterns and ocean currents. Most importantly, it's the primary source of energy for almost all life on Earth. Plants use sunlight to make food through photosynthesis. Animals eat plants, and other animals eat those animals. This chain of life, all the way up to us, starts with the sun. It's the foundation of our entire ecosystem. If the sun were to suddenly disappear, we wouldn't know about it immediately. Light from the sun takes about 8.5 minutes to reach Earth. So, we'd still see the sun in the sky for a little over 8 minutes after it was actually gone. But once those 8 minutes were up, Earth would be plunged into darkness. The stars would be visible even in the daytime. Our planet would start to cool down rapidly. Temperatures would drop dramatically, especially at night. The lack of sunlight would have an immediate impact on plants. They wouldn't be able to photosynthesize and produce food. This would quickly affect herbivores, the animals that rely on plants for sustenance. The effects would ripple through the food chain, impacting every living organism on Earth. The sun's gravity is what keeps Earth in orbit. It's like an invisible tether, holding our planet in its path around the sun. If the sun were to disappear, Earth would no longer be held in this gravitational dance. Instead of continuing in its orbit, Earth would fly off in a straight line. Imagine a ball on a string being swung around in a circle. If you suddenly let go of the string, the ball would fly off in a straight line. That's what would happen to Earth. This wouldn't be a gentle drift. Earth is traveling at an incredible speed of 67,000 miles per hour. Without the sun's gravity to keep it in check, our planet would hurtle through space like a cosmic cannonball. Section 5. The Big Freeze. Without the sun's warmth, Earth would become a very cold place. Within a week, the global average temperature would drop below freezing. Within a year, it would plummet to 100 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. The oceans would start to freeze over. The extreme cold would make it impossible for most life on Earth to survive. Plants would die. Animals would freeze to death. The only places where life might be able to cling on would be deep underground or near hydrothermal vents where there's geothermal heat. Even these environments wouldn't be immune to the effects of a sunless world. The extreme cold would eventually seep into even the deepest parts of the ocean. The lack of sunlight would disrupt the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Section 6. A Silent Spring. The disappearance of the sun would have a devastating impact on the food chain. Plants, the primary producers of energy, would be the first to go. Without sunlight, they wouldn't be able to photosynthesize and produce food. Herbivores, the animals that depend on plants for food, would be the next to suffer. Without plants to eat, they would starve to death. Carnivores, the animals that eat other animals, would be able to survive for a while longer. But eventually they too would run out of prey. The collapse of the food chain would lead to a mass extinction event. The vast majority of life on Earth would be wiped out. The planet would become a silent, barren wasteland. Section 7. Life finds a way. While the surface of Earth would be uninhabitable without the sun, there's a chance that some forms of life could survive deep underground. These organisms wouldn't need sunlight to survive. They would get their energy from geothermal heat and chemicals. These extremophiles, as they're called, already exist on Earth. They're found in extreme environments like hydrothermal vents and deep underground caves. They've adapted to survive in conditions that would kill most other life forms. It's possible that these extremophiles could become the dominant form of life on a sunless Earth. They might even evolve and diversify, filling the ecological niches left vacant by the extinction of surface-dwelling organisms. Section 8. A glimmer of hope? Could humans survive a sunless world? It would be a monumental challenge, but not entirely impossible. We would need to find a way to generate our own energy, produce food, and create a habitable environment. One possibility would be to build underground bunkers powered by geothermal energy. These bunkers could house a small population of humans. We would need to develop advanced technologies for growing food and recycling waste. Another possibility would be to create artificial habitats in space. These habitats could orbit a nearby star, providing us with a new source of light and heat. This would require significant advancements in space travel and habitat construction. Section 9. The Sun, our cosmic guardian. The thought of the sun disappearing might seem like a far-fetched scenario, but it highlights the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. It reminds us that we're part of a much larger cosmic system, one where the sun plays a vital role. The sun is our cosmic guardian, providing us with the light, heat, and energy we need to survive. It's a force of nature that we often take for granted, but without it, our planet would be a cold, dark, and lifeless rock. So the next time you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, take a moment to appreciate its importance. It's not just a star in the sky, it's the reason we're here. Section 10. What if? The universe is full of wonders and mysteries. Thinking about hypothetical scenarios like the sun disappearing allows us to explore these wonders and deepen our understanding of the cosmos. It encourages us to ask what if, and to imagine the possibilities. What if we could travel faster than light? What if we could live on other planets? What if we could contact alien civilizations? These questions might seem like science fiction, but they're based on real scientific principles, and who knows, one day we might just find the answers.